I'm the con artist.
You know?
For defending my friend who got ripped off and defending the fucking blockchain from scammers. I'm just asking questions, people. I'm just saying we should all look at this. I'm not saying Mises did this or any of these people did this. I will be the first, once I see enough evidence, like if Justin hits me up and he's like, oh, fuck, like, shows me some new evidence, I will be the first to apologize. But that doesn't mean that anything I said over this past couple days isn't still valid about these scammers and possibly being scammed by people we know. It's far easier to scam someone you know than someone you don't. But I will come to that, back to that later.
The con artist, but the con artist himself.
There's a lot of people that went on his thread.
No, there was 3 people who went on my thread and kind of stuck up for you. They said there were a few people who were like, oh, I've had transactions of him and he's been great. Which I'm not saying that he scams people 24/7 or he's scamming people at all. I'm sure these people are all great. I'm sure they're all cool people. But you don't know. Anyone who knows these people, they don't know these people more than they can throw these people. You don't know the core people's virtues on the inside. You don't know that just by knowing them from a little bit or buying kratom from them or seeing them speak at some event. You don't know anything. You don't know shit. So don't come to my page and think that you're going to change my mind by telling you that you've dealt with him a couple times and he's a great guy. Because I'm trying to figure something out. I'm trying to figure out whether there's smoke or not. I smell blood in the water. I smell a rat. I deal with scammers all the time. The libertarian scammers seem very different than the other scammers, but I'm going to talk about that later.
Talk about me in a positive light.
Of course, that doesn't mean anything, Lewis. I'm sorry, dude, but it doesn't mean anything.
Alex Mills, Carrie, Randy.
Carrie?
You know, Aaron.
Oh, Carrie.
Then you must be telling the truth if you can remember.
Larry Smart.
Yeah,
amongst others.
All over my page.
All those guys, you know, they vouch for me. They know me.
They don't know you! They're acquaintances with you, bro. Look up the definition. You don't know these people. They don't know you. Sorry.
These guys have been to my house.
Doesn't matter. Just because you've invited people to your house doesn't mean they definitively know everything about you and you're purely a good person with no bad intentions.
Guys, you have
So as far as that is concerned, I'm like, whatever.
This is really not a good job defending himself.
I'm just really
But
curious
he's very defensive.
why they would say these things.
Because it happened, bro. Do you not think scams happen? Are you saying that your likeness isn't used to scam people? Why are you so baffled? I'm confused.
You know?
No, I don't know. You know?
So the conversation about shamanism and like where I'm helping Justin do some childhood trauma illustration that I'm not going to reveal
You looked in a
because that's
fucking book. You fucking liar. You looked into a fucking book.
confidential.
Shamanism.
That's a different conversation.
You fucking liar.
Not my
The so-called
not
scam.
my opinions yet. Don't hold me to
If
what
it
she's
happened.
saying.
Oh my god, you're
So-
such scum.
You know, I figured I will take a few minutes just to talk about this because
You're scum.
Oh, you haven't
you know, I
said
consider
anything.
not doing it because
definitive.
everybody that actually knows me vouches for me.
No one knows you. And I guarantee if something came out, they wouldn't be vouching for you. Because of the little history they have with you. Their anecdote does not hold weight. Because they don't really know you. They've only had a few interactions.
So they will be like, nah, Luis didn't do that. But I wanted to come out and say, like, I have no need to do any of that shit.
Then why are you making this video?
You're right.
I
Broke ass divorcee who
mean,
cheats on
even
his wife.
going to kratom business.
Yeah.
I'm probably naive, but people tell me they didn't get their shit. I don't ask questions. I send it again.
I'm not talking about you selling kratom, bro. I'm talking about possibly you doing a long scam on one of your friends. I'm not talking about you selling $50 worth of kratom. I'm talking about you doing a scam where you steal $32,000 from someone we know. Someone we know that isn't very tech savvy and has a, that has a couple businesses, so he's got a revenue stream. He's the perfect mark. The perfect mark to get scammed by someone.
Oh. Of course.
I have a stipend.
You don't send it, and if they confront you,
every month. I do all sorts of things. I take care of my community.
Yeah.
Take care of your
Single dad.
What does that even mean? And again, I'm not saying that you might not do good things sometime. I'm not saying that you might not do things 90% of times good. Like you might be a good dude. I'm just seeing some discrepancies with this whole story, and I'm not going to just brush it off as, oh, it's just an Indian scammer that scammed him, because it's an easy way to just blow it off and cop out and just, oh, that's just what it is, when you don't really know what it is. Just like these people don't really know you, Lewis. I mean, is your name even real?
Oh, I can't handle liars.
That part doesn't bother me. Like,
Of course it bothers you. You're making a video and you fucking you maliciously slandered someone and you're cussing at me on the internet. Like, you obviously care.
I put myself out there. Oh. It's normal. It's expected that people are gonna talk shit about me.
Yeah, and you should have a thick skin and be able to handle some criticism. Or I didn't even criticize him. I'm not even saying he did it. I'm just saying we need to further research and investigate what's going on. We need to look at all the known wallets of the people in question and see where this money's going, because, Bitcoin's traceable. And there are protocols, DeFi protocols, that are made to recover stolen crypto and to track thieves. And I will be using these protocols. I will spend good money for them because they are expensive. But I'll find out. Someone will fuck up at some point. Someone fucked up with their wallet. Someone's going to say something, the wrong person. And there's enough of us out there talking about this. There are people that know things, I'm sure. If this is all true, there are plenty of people out there that know what's going on, and someone's going to fuck up.
They're going to hate.
Yeah.
I love them.
Haters are going to hate. You love the haters. That's why you're on this. You made a video. You're throwing a temper tantrum.
Now you're a
I'm
rapper.
just really curious about if all of this scam actually happened.
Of course it did. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You've already...
And I'll show you the screenshot so you'll see.
Simply denying that Justin ever got ripped off. That's all he's doing. It's bad shit. It's bad shit. He got ripped off. By smarttechminers.com. Fake website that I'm about to show you guys in a minute.
Because
a conversation you claim never took place.
Maybe it happened, and Justin just feels bad, so he needs to say that.
He's not feeling bad and just blaming someone, bro. That's not how Justin is, guaranteed. That's how maybe the people you run with act. But I don't see that coming out of Justin Pedini.
Voice was there.
Justin wasn't blaming.
Wow, that was a big sigh.
He didn't know. He wasn't definitively saying it was you little cunt.
Even people that
The rest of us.
I'm not friends with anymore. They will tell you. So
I've had a lot of people that you aren't friends with anymore tell me that you're a scumbag so far. So that's just not true. Literally, the minute I posted that, people hit me up who I didn't know and were like showing me what you were saying. That means that people that you used to be friends with don't support you. Or at least some of them don't. Because...
why would anybody do that?
And why would you have friends that you aren't friends with anymore? Like, that's a little weird.
Like, go out of his way to say that. So I'm curious.
Out of his way?
Well, I don't want to speculate. I'll just leave it out. Open.
Oh, you don't want to speculate. But I'm a con artist with a criminal, violent past and a criminal record. Gossip.
Question.
After 10 minutes of
I just wanted to come out and
seriously.
talk about it, and so you could hear me and see me say, I didn't do that shit. And I'm curious. Like, I want to learn more. Bitcoin, I've been in Bitcoin for, I don't know, since 2013. Bitcoin is not anonymous. Bitcoin is pseudonymous. So if that money really went out, we can chase the
Exactly.
address. We can see where it goes. We can see how the money
proud of
moves.
himself he is.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was some, what's that called? Duper's Delight right there. Did you see a little bit of that Duper's Delight?
Look at that fucking
So
narcissistic
that's
smart.
Yeah.
That's a
Duper's
beautiful
Delight.
thing about it too. It's a glass.
Which tells me that if he is a part of this scam, that they have fail-safes. Possibly. But eventually, if you continue to keep following the money from wallet to wallet, it may end up someplace known.
It's House of Glass.
If it's used somewhere that
See people approve.
keeps transactions and it's used to buy any product or swap anything or something, and they do it in the wrong exchange, bing! These apps will find you. You could contact these companies because a lot of these companies are transparent, and a lot of these blockchain,
So
A house of glass that happens.
I'm
to
leaving
you.
with more questions than answers, but I hope that this clears anything out there. And that's it. Hope you guys are well. If you have any questions, as you know, because of my ADD, I will probably most likely respond with an audio or a video, because my brain moves too fast for thumbs.
How did you reply with an audio to a phone number
Have
you
a great
claim
night.
wasn't yours?
Gotta
It was
go
a
back to
scam
work.
artist's, right?
He thinks I'm broke. That's so funny.
you've posted about being broke.
Love you too, guys. Thank
the
you
only
for seeing
reason I know
this. Some of the books that I teach from, seminars. Anyway, if you don't have any questions right now, for anybody that's watching this live video, then I'm going to go back to work.
So, this video he did not leave up on his Facebook. He immediately deleted it. He either felt like possibly he looked too defensive, or he didn't defend himself enough, or he's worried because he slandered me, legally slandered me. I have a video of his face on a live stream on Facebook to thousands of people saying that I'm a criminal, violent criminal, which is something he can easily verify. And he'll verify, if anyone does verify it, they'll find nothing. So, here are a couple strange connections with this whole scam that's been happening with these fake libertarian scammers. This all started basically the week after Anarcho Poco and Float Fest. I'm not saying crypto scammers started them, but these libertarian crypto scammers popped up after Float Fest and Anarchapulco. The few weeks after Float Fest, there were several fake scam accounts made of people who were at Float Fest. Me, the homie who was on the mic the whole time, Aaron Kingsley, the homie who was making tacos in the back with the deck. And like, these aren't crypto influencers. I'm not a crypto influencer. I help some people, but I'm not big enough to call myself an influencer. I just have a solid group of 4,000 people, 5,000 people on Facebook, and, you know, a YouTube with around 100,000 that I've been so shadow banned on, I can't even get anything out in there. So there are a lot of connections with these scammers and the group of people around Float, which is unusual, because I deal with crypto scammers, forex scammers on the daily basis on the 2 pages that I admin that are some of the few biggest crypto groups in the world. I deal with scammers every day. These libertarian scammers are not the same. They're not the same people as the scammers that are scamming on my page. On the pages I admin. Because all those scammers, they're like obviously super completely fake. And they're very persistent. Very, very persistent. To the point where you have to block them. They will continue to ask you about things. But these libertarian scammers aren't very aggressive. It's almost as if they're simply out there contacting people in order to establish their existence, to create an environment where someone could go in with bad intentions and scam some people and then just blame it on the scammers. Yeah, everyone knows I'm being used to scam people. Those are scammers doing it. It's the perfect scam. It's the perfect scam for some slimy libertarians to do. And the fact that every one of these libertarian scammers that are on Float, I even contact Kingsley, and I was all, bro, you got a lot of crypto scammers on your page all of a sudden on your platform, because I know there's at least a dozen on my page of like straight up Forex crypto scammers. So if they're on Float and I'm getting hit up, and they're libertarians, and I'm getting hit up on Instagram by libertarian scammers, and I'm getting hit up on Facebook by libertarian scammers, but I'm getting hit up by not libertarian scammers on my admin groups, it seems very strange that there would be a completely different behaving group of scammers using libertarians' likenesses, but then not very aggressively going after scamming people. It's almost like their intention isn't to scam, their intention is simply to establish their existence, again, to create an environment where someone could go in and scam a few people hard. They don't have to scam everyone they're dealing with. They only have to find a couple of the right marks to scam. $10, $20, $32,700. That's a lot of money right now. And it's funny because over on Mises's page, they're all talking about, oh, $32,000 in crypto isn't life-changing money. Fuck yes, it's life-changing money to someone who's broke. $32,000 in crypto right now? That's probably going to quadruple in the next couple months. And you're so rich that you don't think that $30,000 to possibly $100,000 is life-changing? It's like the excuses over there. Just everyone rampantly going for any excuse but, hey, maybe there's some truth to this, which absolutely could be a possibility. So, the float angle's very weird. And the fact that these people aren't, like, I interacted with several dozen. It was like every day I was getting hit up, hey, look, this Jeff Phillips with only one F is trying to, like, get me to, but, like, they were not the same scammers as the scammers on the groups that aren't connected to libertarian people and groups. So this float thing's really weird. It's definitely connected. And it's just very strange that a bunch of these scammers were people that went to Float Fest. Very unusual. I don't think it's just a coincidence. All these scammers are using Texas phone numbers. Also unusual. One of them was a New Jersey number. 2 of them were Texas numbers. I posted my last video on Float and the sound was turned off. I don't know what that is. Could be a glitch. Float's pretty glitchy, but it's not a glitch I've ever had before. I don't think that they're trying to censor me. I know they're friends with Fernando Lewis, but I don't think that they would take the sound off my video. But it is a little weird, because Aaron was one of the first people to come in and defend him, which is fine, But, she doesn't really know Aaron or Lewis that well. All these people vouching for him don't really know him that well, and I'm not, like, holding them to it. I'm not going to get mad at them or anything like that. It doesn't make any sense. They don't really know the guy, and I know it. So Smart Tech. This is the website that it's basically a hole in the ground. You sign up to the website, it gives you a password, it lets you log in, and then it says, for every $1,000 you deposit in this wallet, we're going to give you $1,200. We're going to give you it back plus $1,200 on top of it in a certain amount of time. So when you look at the website, it's painfully obviously a scam website. This is bare minimum like a $300 website. You sign up, you log in, you send the money in. Immediately it shows you how much money you sent, how much money that is going to be worth once you take it out in set amount of time, which basically Justin put in $32,700, and it immediately said that he's going to be able to pull out $75,000 or something like that. And so that was a little shocking. So then when you put in the money, it shows you that you put it in. It shows how much you're going to make. And then from what I've read by the people who have gotten scammed by Jeff Berwick or Mises on this site, is that the person will tell them, all right, so make a withdrawal like $100 or something just to make sure everything's working. And the site will actually let you withdraw $100. So then you're like, oh, it works. And then you wait because you're waiting for time to go by so you can get out that $7,500. Meanwhile, that wallet it was sent to, it just got sent to some homie's wallet somewhere. And they're having a fucking party right now because they just scammed someone for $32,000. So when I look up Oh yeah, by the way, Alex Mills also posted today that he, after looking at everything, he thinks that Mises is looking a little bit more guilty than he said before. So the fact that you thanked him for having your back is kind of irrelevant. But anyway, so I looked up smartscammers.com, smart scammers, smart tech miners, and what happened was one person's Jeff Berwick. Like, Jeff Berwick's name's all over the shit. It's the same site Mises and Berwick are using. I can't find anyone outside of the Liberty Movement that is using this website to scam people. It's not a known crypto scam website. There's hardly anything about it. It's like one or two people complaining about it, both of them saying it came from phone numbers in Texas, and Jeff Berwick was the guy, someone possibly impersonating Jeff Berwick, and explains the whole scam. You can look it up. So that's weird. So I found that last night, and I'm like, okay. So why aren't Luis Fernando Mises, Jeff Berwick screaming from the rooftops about this? There's an actual site. There's this destination where we can go and look at the transactions and follow this money to where someone eventually fucks up and tries to use it in the wrong place. Why aren't they screaming from the rooftops about this? The fact that maybe they posted it once or twice is completely irrelevant. That doesn't mean that they're innocent. Of course the whole thing is that they want everyone to know that it's a common thing. So anyone that ever gets scammed, everyone will just be all, oh, they got scammed by one of the crypto scammers. And they wouldn't ever in a million years think it would be someone we know. And that is just not right. It absolutely and most likely is someone we know. It's like, what is that, Occam's razor? What's the most likely scenario here? It's most likely that someone in the Liberty Movement is scamming Liberty Movement people. That is the more likely scenario from the evidence I have collected so far. And then Mises' behavior, his body language, his facial expressions, holy shit! Not looking innocent, bro. Like, you should be more thick-skinned. You should not flip out that much from a little bit of criticism, especially from someone you don't know. You think you know because you know some gossip about me, because I'm a high-profile person. But I don't give a fuck. There's no one in the world could say anything about me that would bother me. Like, I don't care about what bridges I'm burning. All of these cliques are culty, very strange. And this was another thing I wanted to talk about. So Mises is like, oh, a bunch of people tell me this guy's a fucking dickbag, right? Well, I was thinking about it last night for a while, and the only people I've ever had problems with publicly were habitual selfie takers. Like, very specific people. At a certain point, I just can't stand it. I can't stand watching it, and sometimes I just unfollow people like I did with Lewis, and sometimes I gotta say something because I'm just, maybe I'm a dick because of that, but it's just so painful sometimes to watch people just like screaming machine gun selfies and then just these delusions of grandeurs. Who the fuck calls themselves a shaman? Oh my God. And obviously I don't really like the dude that much. But here's the thing. I don't have to be nice. This isn't PC culture. I don't have to sugarcoat things. I could talk a little shit if I want. This is information I didn't make up. This is information homie put out and people have come to me with. And even then, it's like, I'm not, I got people telling me guaranteed he's a scammer. And I'm like, well, I'm not sure yet. Just like chemtrails. I'm not sure yet. Haven't seen enough real concrete proof. So the float thing's weird. I definitely, my spidey senses are saying that something's up and that we're getting scammed by someone we know. And I think I have enough evidence to, I'm not saying it's float, I'm just saying it's someone on float. And I've seen so many crypto scams. This one just smells and looks completely different. And the people I brought it up to reacted in a way that is very questionable. That's about it. This was kind of just a little recap, a little bit more information than my video last night. And like I said in my last video, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to attempt to do anything I can to try and track down this money. And like I said, at some point, someone's going to fuck up. And they'll be outed. And, I really take offense. The crypto space, blockchain, world-changing stuff. And there are people out here trashing its reputation. There are phonies out here making it harder for people to take advantage of crypto and have it enhance their life by manifesting terrible situations involving crypto. So anyway, I will keep you guys posted. Follow my Facebook because obviously I don't know what's going on with Float. I thought that would be the spot where everything would be fine, but I'm sure it's just a glitch. And anyway, I will update you guys soon.